This is example T. We're going to do mole to mass conversions or mass to mole conversions now. This is stoichiometry. How many grams of sodium chloride can be produced from 1.25 moles of chlorine gas and excess sodium? Well, the first thing we need is our balanced chemical equation. Chlorine gas and sodium are the reactants. Remember that chlorine is a diatomic molecule. And sodium is not. This synthesizes sodium chloride. I have 2 chlorine atoms here. I have 1 here. I'll put a 2 as the coefficient in front of sodium chloride. And I have 2 sodium here. I'll put 2 sodium. And we're going to start with 1.25 moles of chlorine gas. And we're going to convert that to mass of sodium chloride. In order to do that, we need to look at the molar ratio between chlorine and sodium chloride. That is a 1:2 ratio. In other words, we're going to get twice the number of moles of sodium chloride out of this reaction as we put in for chlorine. So 1.25 moles of chlorine times 2 moles of sodium chloride is going to give us 2.5 moles of sodium chloride. Think of it in terms of money. $1.25 times 2 will give you 2.5. So here's 2.5 moles of sodium chloride. Now we need to convert this to grams. Now we know that sodium chloride has a total molar mass of 58.44 grams per mole. So if we have 2.5 moles of sodium chloride, we're going to need 2.5 times its molar mass. That gives us a total of 146 grams of sodium chloride. Here's another question. How many moles of sodium are needed to produce 292 grams of sodium chloride? So now we're going to find the number of moles, starting with mass. This is a mass to mole conversion. The starting factor is 292 grams of sodium chloride. And we're going to take that 292 grams of sodium chloride, and we're going to divide it up by its molar mass. And we know that the molar mass is 58.44 grams. So if we divide 292 grams by 58.44, we're going to get what? We're going to get the number of moles of sodium chloride that we have. After that, we can look at the ratio of sodium to sodium chloride. And we see that it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If we put 2 moles of sodium into the reaction, we're going to get 2 moles of sodium chloride out of the reaction. So this here, 292 divided by 58.44, gives us 5. Or if you want to see it in fraction form, that was 298 times 1 over 58.44. Sorry, I'm a little bit off. 292. That's better. 4.99 or 5 moles. So that means we're also going to get 5 moles of, we're going to need 5 moles of sodium in order to complete this reaction. So 2 moles of sodium chloride can be made from 2 moles of sodium. And that's just times 1, so we still keep our number 4.996, which comes out to 5.00 using significant figures. Just remember that if you have an excess of something, that just means that there's more than enough for this reaction to occur. So there's more than 2 moles of sodium in the area in the reaction, but it only is going to use up 2 moles of sodium to make the 2 moles of sodium chloride. So excess means having more than enough.